Okay, so now you only have one problem to do today, and then this is like a long problem, so that's why you only have one problem. Okay, so there's so many different ways to do this. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just kind of break it down in the way that makes sense for me, but there's tons of different ways, even though you'll get the same answer. So what we have is we know. I'm just gonna focus on each box. You know, the blacks are blending together here. Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna focus on each box, there we go, individually. And then this is one of the ways that will always work. Now, we want the area of each color. Okay, so if you look here, what we basically have for each color is we have two basic patterns. We have, for lack of a better word, a whole star design. So we have two whole stars, and two whole stars. And then we have the part star design, which is one with a part. One with a part. Now, if you take a look at all this, without looking at it separately, this seems like a lot. Okay? But really, what we have is if you look at the blue stars, we got 3 of those. If you look at the yellow stars, we got 3 of those. If you look at the red, like the hole in the 2 halves, you got 2 of those. And what color's left? Orange. You have 2 of the orange stars. Okay. Now what's cool is that all these stars are the exact same size. So if you just find one mega star, like what one star is, you'll be fine. Now we have a total of 3, 6, 10 stars of equal size here. Okay. So what we need to do is, and then the white are just the half circles, and they're what's left over. Okay, so let's find one star. Now, to find one star, we need to just focus on one box. Let's see if I can copy and paste this. Can I do that? Is that going to copy it? Let's check. Perfect. Let's look at that. We know that it's a 10 by 4, so that means the height of that is 4. And if it's 10, it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that means each side length is 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So that means this is a 2 by 4 box. Okay. So if this is a 2 by 4 box, then that means that you can cut this in pieces. Yeah. Let's make sure I did the math right here. You can cut it in pieces, and the radius of each circle is going to be 1. Well, that's not too bad then. So if we had a circle whose radius was 1, that means that that circle's area would be pi. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have in this beautiful picture. Every full circle's area is pi. So if you look here, we have a half and a half. That is one full circle. You have a quarter and a quarter and a quarter and a quarter. That's another full circle. So what we have is we have 2 full circles. So that means the area of all those white circles that are now pink and purple are 2 pi. So what we need to do to find the both stars is say, listen, I remember that this is 2 and that's 4. So the area of this whole box is 8. So what we need to do is say, okay, take your area of the box, which is 8, and subtract all of the circle pieces from it. And then what you'll have left with is your yellow star and the blue star. And since they're both the same, if you cut them in half, you would get the area of the megastar. So we know that both circles are 2 pi. So we can put that in. We know the big rectangle thing is 8. So subtract those. Feel free to use your calculator. 8 minus 2 pi. Let's use the calculator here. 8 minus 2 times 3.14. And what you get is 1.72. So that is the area of both stars. But I just want half a star. So it's 1.72 divided by 2. So that means the area of each star, this is a horrible star, is 0.86. Okay? So if the one star is 0.86, then that means I just have to double it and triple that. So 0.86 times 2 is 1.72. 1.72. And then add another 0.86. And you get 2.58. And 2.58. Okay? So that means that all the blues are 2.58. All the yellows are 2.58. All the reds are 1.72. All the oranges are 1.72. And to find the white, you do 10 times 0.86, which is 8.6. And subtract it from your total area. The area of the whole thing, which is 40. So, let's see where I have space here. 40 minus 8.6. No, sorry. Is that right? Yeah. 40 minus 8.6 gives me 31.4. And that is all the white pieces. See, it looked hard. It wasn't horrible.